All right, welcome to Crypto Sports FC, and we have another leak. Shout out to Jan, man of the match, Chiliz. Be sure to follow him. And this is very interesting. So it looks like another one, right? So I'm actually going to go Socios Hoops right now. It seems that they're signed with I don't even how many teams is this now? This is 25 or 20? Wait, 26 teams now. Okay, so they're following 27 accounts. Obviously, they're following Socios, but we're seeing that they have a new team here. So the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Pelicans are the newest team. They have not announced it yet. So we have the Denver Nuggets and we have the Pelicans, who they have not announced yet. Who do we have left? We have the Trailblazers. We have the Raptors. Let me actually see what NBA teams are left. NBA teams. So we have So we have the Pelicans with the Raptors. We have the Knicks, and then we have one more team. Vancouver Grizzlies. Let me think. I can't think of the top of my head. Okay, so if you know the last team, let me know, because I just can't remember which team would be the last team. It's man. Okay, anyways. So yeah, so we have four more teams left, and Portland. There you go. Portland's the team. So that's gonna be very interesting to see. It looks like they have a new team. They have not announced it just yet. We'll see when it's going to be announced. Did the Pelicans follow them as well? If they did, then it'll be interesting. No, not yet. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Obviously, they got Zion, so it might be really cool to do something with Zion. We do know that fan tokens will not be released this year. It could possibly be pushed to next year. Hopefully, we get it next year. That would be amazing. But still, this is still big news to see. And the only one I kind of thinking maybe it's gonna it's maybe a little bit different to get. Maybe the Raptors. From what I know, they don't have any Canadian teams yet, and I don't know what the regulations are in Canada. I think they're a little bit less like strict than in the States, but here in Canada, I think like the Raptors might be a little bit different. Also, Ontario also, I think they have a little bit of a strict thing with crypto at the moment, so that could be a factor as well. But for the most part, this should be very interesting to see how they get the Toronto Raptors. I think I already know it's a wrap with the NBA. They already have the NBA. They're about to release their app eventually. We don't know when, but they have been releasing content almost on like the daily. On the daily, like literally like almost every evening now, which is nice to see. I'm actually seeing content on the evenings, because usually I see it all in the morning, and it kind of like dies down after a while. But now it's like it's a great thing here too. So they actually had something here that I found was really interesting, and I did retweet it as well. And I noticed that there wasn't as much engagement. So it was this one here. So there is a little bit of engagement now, 9 retweets and stuff like that. Okay, so it seems that, again, like they're looking to grow their North American market. It's going to take a while. Even I retweeted, and some people here retweeted, but I don't even think they're from the States. I don't think they live in the States. Some of them might. This guy might be in Boston. It's going to take time for Socios to kind of build their base in North America. It is going to take some time. We're seeing Coinbase, where they're entering crypto.com is also there, FTX, as well as Binance has not officially entered, but we will probably see them eventually enter the sports world. It seems like everyone's trying to get into the NBA. The NBA season has just started. The NHL, I don't know what's going on with the NHL. I could search up NHL crypto. Maybe I'll make a separate video on that as well, because I have not seen anything. Okay, they did. So crypto.com actually did sign with the NHL. So I'm actually going to report on that and see what's going on with that. But I do think that right now it does seem that they're trying to build their base. I think the best thing for them right now would just to be announce every other team, right? Obviously, next week they have the launches of the Arsenal and the Premier League teams. But for now, this is just my thoughts. I don't work for anybody. I'm just giving my perspective. If anybody from Socios is watching, just announce every team that you have, right? Just announce the teams and then start pushing your NBA content. Just start pushing that out. And I don't know what the partnerships are with the teams. It seems like some teams are more partnered up with Socios than others. For example, the Cavs are as well. I think the Pistons are as well. So some teams are pushed a little bit more. I'm surprised the New York Knicks aren't there yet. I think they're one of the like most expensive teams actually. I actually, funnily enough. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. The Raptors are the biggest sports team in Canada, besides the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that's going to be very interesting. We're also probably going to once we see the whole NBA. Portland is interesting too. I don't know what Portland's regulations are. And then yeah, so those are the current teams. So we got the Knicks, Portland, Raptors, and on top of my head, I forgot the last team as well. Again, I apologize to the fans of the last team I'm supposed to mention. But yeah, so that's going to be very interesting to see. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Like, what do you think about all of this stuff? What's your perspective on it? Do you think that it's going to change? Like, what do you think that they should do for the North American market? Because we know it's different. We know that right now they're not there yet. Like, I would say a lot of these fans are probably in Europe, or maybe in other places. So that's going to be very interesting to see how they grow their North American market. It's very different. Europe is very, very different to North America. So they're going to obviously have to approach it a little bit differently. The engagement is decent on their Twitter account. They retweet quite a few things. But yeah, I think right now it would be good to like do giveaways. The giveaway that they have right now is great. If they can do like a Laker giveaway, that would be cool too. If they do like a Portland one, or if they do any of these and they choose me, I'll be happy to take a flight and go down there if they ever do it. I don't know if they will ever, but I will be happy. Even if there's a Europe one, I'd be happy to take a flight and go down all the way just for a day or two. I'm that type of person that will do that. I got my passport and I'm ready to go. So anyways, thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts on this. I think this is really interesting. They're almost there. They're just a few more teams left, and we're pretty much there. So let me know your thoughts. Last thing, actually, 20 plus official partners. So maybe they haven't signed with the whole NBA yet. That could be a factor as well. So we'll see. I'm going to keep looking, keep seeing things, keep tagging me on whatever you see, and we'll talk later. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to head off now, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.